because it's Thursday.
Hello, Internet, and welcome back to the Vanishing Point. Now that we've kind of placed Return of the Joker as occurring sometime in summer 2042, I figured it would be a good time to look back at a time on the channel before I was a part of it. Early on in the history of the channel, before 12th Level Intellects became a podcast, James and Ted were discussing fan theories under the 12th Level Intellects banner. Two of them that caught my attention early on were whether or not Ghoul was related to Scarecrow and who was the grandfather of the Dini twins. And while they got reasonable conclusions, I rewatched them recently and realized they didn't really do the math on it. So let's do that today. In the bios included on the home release of Return of the Joker, we see that Ghoul is actually named Stewart Carter Winthrop III and is aged 19 years old. Given the time frame that we've concluded that the movie takes place in, Stewart could have turned 20 as early as late June 2042, or had turned 19 as late September 2042. Doing the math backwards, this puts his birth date sometime between late June 2022 and late September 2023, with the act of his conception happening roughly 9 months beforehand. Now, as I stated earlier, Ghoul's name is Stewart Carter Winthrop III. And this is important in debunking the theory in that it gives us the characters that we've never seen of Stewart Carter Winthrop Jr. and Stewart Carter Winthrop Sr. Now, while Batman and Harley Quinn recently made the DCAU no stranger to sexual oddity, and Return of the Joker made the DCAU no stranger to child endangerment, putting young people into precarious situations, we're going to try to stay a little bit PG-13 and say that Stewart Carter Winthrop Jr. and Sr. would have had to have been at least 18 before giving birth. Well, before their wives gave birth. Men don't give birth. We'll round to 19 to include the months of conception. So if Ghoul was conceived sometime between 2021 to 2022, this would mean his father would have had to have been conceived sometime between 2002 to 2003. And then moving another 19 years back, his grandfather would have been conceived sometime between 1983 to 1984. This completely debunks Ghoul being related to the original Scarecrow, and that by this time Jonathan Crane would have already been into adulthood and obviously isn't Stewart Carter Winthrop Sr. And aging Sr. and Jr. anymore debunks the theory even further. So it's likely that we never saw anyone who was related to Ghoul in the original run of Batman the Animated Series, unless 1984, Where the Gray Ghost is 1992, so Stewart Carter Winthrop Sr. would have had to have been at least 8 years old. He's the kid from Underdwellers. I'm calling it now. It's canon. Confirmed. As for the Dini twins, they're said to be 16 in their official bios. So once again, they could turn 17 as early as late June 2042, or have turned 16 as late September 2042. With this one, I'll be a little bit more specific, just because the legacy of Harley demands it. To account for their age as well as conception, we have a window of September 2024 to December 2025. From there, if we subtract another 18 years and 9 months for the unknown Harley missing link, Zelda joke, I don't know, puts us sometime between December 2005 to March 2007 for Harley to conceive her child, which oddly enough lines up around the same time or after the gap for the Return of the Joker flashback, as we discussed in the video that's gonna pop up. Is it here? Will it pop up here? One of these corners. So it seems very unlikely that there's any Napier blood in the twins at all. So Ghoul's not related to the Scarecrow. The Dini twins aren't related to Joker. Who do you think they're related to? I'd love to see what you have to say down in the comment section below. And if you say Nightwing, you're wrong. This has been Vanishing Point. I'll see y'all in 2 weeks.